Hello and welcome to part 3 of the Maximum SuperMac series, where we're taking this rare G3 upgraded Macintosh clone from 1996 and seeing just how far we can push it. Now, if you haven't seen the previous 2 episodes, I'd recommend starting there. I'll put a link in the description below. But today, we're going to see if we can right a couple wrongs and push this machine into the future. So stay tuned. And if you enjoy vintage Mac shenanigans, please subscribe and click on that bell thing so you'll be notified when I post a new video. So in our previous episodes, we tried to upgrade the RAM to the maximum of 1 GB user installable RAM, and we got the wrong kind. Well, now I did finally get the correct RAM in stock, so we're going to have just a hair over a gig of RAM in this 1996 machine. We're also going to install this Tango 2.0 Firewire card to give us a much more convenient way of installing stuff and moving software onto this thing. And if you've been watching the Cursed Mac episodes, you'll know that we, sacrificed this thing's drive to go into that Cursed Mac. But I have what I think is a much better drive, a SCSI slot loading DVD, which even kind of color matches this machine. So I'm excited to put this in there and get this thing looking like a much more modern machine. So we've still got our SCSI to SD in here, which has a 1 gig card, which has OS 8, but the UMAX version of it. And of course, we still have our extremely huge memory sticks. Just look at these chonkers. These are 128 meg sticks, basically 4 32 meg RAM DIMMs stacked on top of one another. So first, let's get our new memory in here, and we'll want to install these in matched pairs. So we'll get those big guys out of the way and stick our new DIMMs in there. All right, and our memory is now fully populated. So I do want to put the SD card to be accessible from the front here so we can swap out our SD card and test out different operating systems and stuff very easily. So I'm going to leave the original hard drive in here, and this has one of the System 7s on it, also the UMAX version, and that's what was originally on there. And then this has System 8, but I think I want to put 922 on here and have that available to boot along with like OS 10 Jaguar. So let's pull this front case off. And we'll just mount this in the first bay here, because it has handy little mounting brackets inside, which will make it nice and sturdy. And while we're in here, we'll just mount our DVD. And I think this color looks great, actually. It's not a perfect match, but it's not terrible. Certainly not like this bright white is against the beige, but it's pretty good. I wonder if I can find some paint or something to make this match a little bit better. And because this is a professional operation, we might as well go for broke and try to install the Tango card at the same time as we're installing everything else, because what's the worst that could happen? Wow, just look at that purple goodness. All right, let's give it a shot. Well, the DVD drive has power and the lights work. And I took the SD card out, so let's see if this boots off of the hard drive. Nope. Let's just try a disk. Okay, so it doesn't want to boot off of the DVD-ROM, which is not surprising because that's not an Apple DVD-ROM. So boot it off of the 1 gig SD card into SuperMac OS 8.0. So I did finally get it to boot all the way into UMAX Mac OS 8, and I did it by taking out half of the memory. So what originally I thought was it had some bad memory sticks, turns out that actually probably some of the memory slots themselves are bad. But now we are booted up into UMAX macOS 8, and we can see we've got 528 megs of RAM, which is the 512 from the sticks, plus the memory that's soldered onto the motherboard. So I guess that's better than nothing. I mean, we have the working computer, and I mean, what else could go wrong? As it turns out, everything. Well, crap. I restarted the computer, and now it's not displaying any video. So it bongs. But nothing on the display. So I guess now we're going to trial and error and figure out what's going on here. All right, I took all of the memory out. Let's try it again. Yeah, bongs. The DVD drive is making its self-check signs of life. No picture. Or how about a different monitor? This kind of ironic Dell monitor, seeing as how this case was also used by some Dells at the time. But let's give this a shot. All right, now I've taken out one of the 2 video cards that were in there, so we've got just one of the original video cards. Maybe now? Same thing. Bong, DVD drive spins to life, and nothing on the screen. I feel like I must be missing something stupid here. Okay, maybe the video card out of a blue and white G3 will coax this back to life. Alright, so I took out the original video card. And I also remembered to take out the Sonnet Firewire card. All right, let's try it now. All right, it did something for a second. The screen blinked to black, but now it's back to the self-test feature check. Alright, I just reset it and it blinked for a second, trying to display something. Why don't we try going back to the original video card? Alright, we're back with the original video card. Any luck? No, this time it didn't even blink blonk into a blank screen for a second. It's stuck on the feature test, so what in the heck is going on with this? Maybe it's capacitors. I mean, this does have surface mount capacitors, and this was from around the time of the capacitor plague. Maybe we just ran out of luck in the middle of this video, because that's the kind of thing that happens here on Action Retro. Huh. I'm a little bit at a loss. Okay, last ditch effort. This is a very special card that I've been saving for a while. This is a Radeon 9200 Mac Edition PCI video card that is intended for my very much beloved beige G3 G4 monster. But why don't we go for broke and try to stick this into the SuperMac and see if it makes a difference. It's so lovely in red. Ooh. All right, let's see if the color red is magic. Nope, nothing. Alright, well the closest we got to any kind of life out of this thing again is the Rage 128 from the blue and white, so let's give that another shot. There we get a bong. The screen flickers momentarily. Oh, unless it's doing something. Nope. Yeah, something fishy is definitely going on. I have disconnected everything, all the cards. The only memory that's in here is the memory soldered to the motherboard. So I don't know. I'm gonna say bad luck with bad caps, maybe? But yeah, this sucks. So I really love this machine, but I am definitely starting to get just a little bit frustrated by all of the problems that it's giving us. From the memory to the drives, weird booting issues, and now no video. So I'm kind of torn on what to do. On one hand, I definitely want to try to mod this machine into something really cool, and I wanted to put OS 10, maybe Tiger on here and browse the internet with it and do cool stuff like that. I have an M-SATA PCI controller card that I was going to put in here to put SATA SSDs in it, and I have this top secret upgrade that I keep teasing and I'm extremely excited about. This is going to be super cool, but yeah, we keep running into problems. So let me know in the comments below what you think we should do with this machine. Should we keep pushing forward and try to fix this thing up and make it as crazy as it can be, or should we put it back together and leave it as the lovely curiosity object that it can be? I definitely have other projects that I'm also excited about. You know, the cursed Macintosh was recently recapped by Steve at Mac84, and he did that live on stream, which was super cool to see, and I'll link that down below. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you think about this machine and where you think we should take it. But until then, we're going to have to leave this episode on this kind of disappointing bombshell. But if you like these kind of Mac shenanigans, please subscribe, and I'd appreciate a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video. And a special thank you to Sorta Eclectic and Spike, who are my highest tiered patrons, and all of my Patreon supporters who help make this stuff possible. And if you'd like to support Action Retro, head over to patreon.com/actionretro, where you can sign up for our Patreon and get a lot of cool stuff, including stickers and exclusive pics and behind the scenes stuff and videos, so be sure to check that out.